Alright, back to the guide. This is the second day. I think I did not get to chapter 2 yet. I'm not sure, and I know we still need to do the annihilation. Hopefully I can get to the annihilation. I don't know how much time I'll have, but we will go through the next sort of piece of this in a long form format, explaining the action so that people can kind of understand the logic behind what's happening. So we're going to start off by picking up the stuff from our base, which is not unexpected to be completely clogged up right now, and pick up our free trust, because that is very valuable. I will show you how valuable it is in a moment. And I'm going to lose a lot of efficiency here because we don't have that many operators, but that is okay. I think I actually can upgrade this now too, right? Sweet. So, I don't have the materials yet for that. Let us see if I can construct some building materials. I can construct a little bit. That won't get us too far right now, but that's fine. We will see what we can do with this. So, we do really want to get this second row. But I don't think I can get, I don't think I can get that much. What I will probably prioritize right now is a factory. I don't have the materials. Okay, this will eventually be a factory. That way I can have LMD from the factory and trading post and then XP here. I'm probably going to need a second power plant as well. Well, no, I'm going to be able to just get away with upgrading this one. What does that take? Tier 2 crates. Okay. So we'll come back to this. Building out the base, you essentially want to get all of these rows and buildings unlocked as quickly as possible, because it just passively generates resources for you every day. We are going to look through to see who we actually need to swap out. I don't have anyone in the control center. That's kind of crazy. Who am I definitely not going to use anywhere else? Kind of crazy because, again, anyone you have in your base during the daily reset gets free trust, and I can't see it here really, but the advantages to that is just stats, raw, straight up stats. Usually it's a character's primary stats. I might at some point kind of cover what prioritizes, but here we're at 9% trust, which is giving us 7 attack. So I think she gets 80 attack at max trust, and as you can see right now, when your total attack is 232, that extra attack is quite a lot. What do I get for... Yeah, it's about the same. It's not even as much as I get from, like, going to max level in this elite tier, so it is very meaningful to get those that trust as quickly as you can, especially on a new account when all of your characters, you don't have like an established base operators that you can lean on for stuff. So we will collect all of our stuff because we want to see what we can build in our operators that we've been using, what we can upgrade, prioritizing skills and the operators that are going to pay off long term. What can I get out of here? So we are going to continue to grind for Myrtle. The timer here, it does affect rarity if I drop below certain thresholds. However, the time, longer time doesn't equate to getting higher rarity. It does change the possibility, but not actually the rate. And so at 9 hours, the reason why you would do this is because whatever you select down here, the higher the timer, the less likely it is to drop one of the tags that you select up to 3. So if you care about the tags, you always have to set this to 9 hours. If you don't care, then most players will do a 740 because that's the least amount of time where this doesn't drop down to 2-star. So at 740 you cannot get 2 stars, which simply means that you get better options by and large. There are cases where you might want actually those lower rarity drops, like if I wanted to make Yato as cheap as possible, for instance, which isn't actually that bad of an idea. It's just that right now we're still trying to get Myrtle, and even though it's not the highest chance for her to drop, because we'd need to get a rarity upgrade on this, just kind of randomly happening. I think it's around, I don't know, 10 to 20%, somewhere in that range. So it's not abysmal, but it's not really great unless we can get a Vanguard and healing tag. Then we can guarantee a Myrtle, or a DP, recovery and healing. So we will continue. Ooh, we can get a gravel, guaranteed. And I will definitely do that. Do I have... Nope, I don't have expedition. Get some battle records. Collect these. Ooh. I do not generate much of these certs right now. Normally, it's a good idea to go to a tracker. I'm not really going to worry about it too much here, but you do want to max out your friends list when you can. And the reason for that is because you'll see a little icon here for friends that have completed their clues in the base. Here, when you get all these clues completed, you can hit unlock, and then any of your friends that have you added, if they visit your base through that interface, they'll get some certificates there that they can spend on resources that you would otherwise have to farm for. You also get 300 certs every time you complete this when it ends. So there'll be like a timer that ticks down. I think it's 24 hours. At the end of that period, you get 300 certs. And the most valuable thing to spend those on by far are these recruitment permits. And the reason being is because these recruitment permits increase your chances of getting 4, 5, and 6 stars through recruitment. The 4 stars early on are valuable. Later on, they generate gold certificates. Gold certificates allow you to go into here and to directly purchase 6 stars without any gacha whatsoever, which is literally the best way to get specifically what you want in the game, bar none. It's not even close. So that is one of the huge benefits to that. The other thing is dupes that you get can be exchanged by clicking this button right here. And you'll want to do that as much as possible to get green and gold certs, because green certs allow you to buy out this portion of the store right here, which gives you some pulling resources, some really basic resources here, and it even gives you stuff that charges the very thing that you're spending, green certs here, through more recruitments. But when you unlock this second tier, you can also get tier 3 materials for building operators. And these tier 3 materials you otherwise have to farm for, so it's just a way for you to shore up stuff that's annoying to farm for, and you can just get exactly what you want, which is always nice. So you really want to get those permits when they're available in the credit store. I don't have enough for it above anything else, because they just give you yellow certs, green certs, which translate into these materials. You also maximize your chance of getting free 6 stars through recruitment with the top operator tag, even if it's rare. And you also, the gold certs you can spend directly on exactly whatever 6 star you want, gacha free. So it is by far the highest value items in the credit store, and I cannot afford them, which is unfortunate. But I might come back here if I need shards or Ori Rock for skills. We will see how that goes. And what did I get potentials? I did get potentials. These will be useful because I'm using these ops. The first potential is always generally very valuable because of the cost reduction. These redeployment times mainly only matter for more experienced players. The biggest upgrades tend to be the cost. For some operators, it might be the stats could be useful. And then talent upgrades, which you don't get with 3 stars, so unfortunate. Actually, I don't know if that's true. There might be some 3 stars that get it. Yeah, she gets a talent upgrade. So this pot 4 is going to be very valuable for crews, for example. I did get some experience. Oh, a lot. We will start taking our key operators to level 30. Run button. Mouse or Kuora? We'll do Kuora. We really... Bad things happen if she dies for us right now. And then we'll put the rest into Mouse. For now. Then we'll come back and get the others. It can be nice to have some extra stats in the Vanguards just because it's really annoying if you place your Vanguards out and you need them to live for a certain amount of time to generate DP and they just get killed before you get your DP. So it's not a bad idea to level Vanguards, even though a lot of players hate using them, and I'm not really sure why that is. I think Vanguards are one of the coolest classes in the game. I think they're very misunderstood, but we will maybe get into that at a later time more in depth. This, however, should allow us to take on... Oh man, today's the last day for that. I don't know if I'm going to get that through that today. Oh, let me, do I have? I don't. Okay. So where'd we leave off? Oh yeah, so I did a boss battle. We left off after the first fight with Crown Slayer into a tutorial stage. I'm not really excited about tutorial stages. I do encourage people to pay attention to these when they're new players, because the tutorial stages can get deceptively challenging. There's one tutorial stage in particular that's very infamous for making players rage. It's not this one. It's the one that covers redeployment time. So this is, I see, this is deployment order. So right now she's getting firebombed by these ranged operators because I deployed her first, and I'm going to deploy Beagle so that they target Beagle instead. And now they're going to leave Jessica alone. And Beagle's just going to take all the damage. So I had mentioned this a little bit earlier about why you deploy Vanguards first, and generally, if you can, you deploy your defenders last. And that's a visual representation of why you would do that. And I wish I could skip the some of these transition screens. Okay. Am I going to change anything? I don't think so. I do eventually want to replace Beagle. I just... I need the 4 stars. I don't have a Centurion or a Lord. Those are pretty mandatory. It's nice to have a healing defender. I don't even have Spot. So there are some operators that I think are nearly universally people should care about and raise that I don't have yet. So we'll do... I don't know if I'm going to need an AoE in this. Well, we'll do it anyways, just in case. I'm not really concerned with being efficient with that skill because I want to replace her. Skip. story and spoiler free. We're gonna put Kaora out. As soon as her skill's up, we're gonna replace her with Mouse. Actually, a little bit before that. We're going to put a slower here that does arts damage. That's going to allow us to better maximize our AoE damage from her multi-target skill. And at some point we would normally replace her with Beagle. If we wanted to put another healer though, it would be smarter to place that healer first because of the deployment order. So we'll pretend that that matters and do it that way. And that just means any of the ranged guys that come down, they'll target her over the healer. But we honestly probably didn't need either Beagle or Perfumer. Oh man, I might have to cut it really short because I'm getting a phone call. Boo. Okay.